Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to learn about factors. And factors are numbers that multiply together to form a product. So for an example, we have 2 times 3 equals 6. The 6 is called the product. It's the answer. And the two numbers that we multiply together are called factors. 5 times 9 equals 45. 45 is the product. That's the answer. 5 and 9, those are the factors. That's what we multiply together to get that answer. So all numbers have factors, and oftentimes you will have to figure out what those factors are. So let me show you how we go about doing that. Say, for example, we have the number 6, and we want to find the factors for 6. Well, one way that we could do it is we could find all the arrays. Find the arrays. Okay, and if you had 6 tiles, you could move them around, see how many you can put together, or how you would put them together in order to form a rectangle. And one way that you could do that is like this. And you'd have 3 going down and 2 going across. These are factors of 6. And how else could you arrange those tiles so that you could form another array? Well, you could do it like this. And in this case, you have 1 going across, and you have 1 going up and down, and you have 6 going across. So your factors here are 1 and 6. Is there any other way that you could arrange tiles to form an array with the number 6? No, there's not. So we would say that the factors for 6 would be 1 times 6, 2 times 3. And that's it. Say we need to find the factors for 16. Well, we could arrange our tiles or our squares and find the arrays for 16. And one way, well, we always have this way, always 1 times whatever the number is. I think that's 16. Okay, so you would have 16 going across and 1 up and down. Now, if we turn this long ways, is it the same thing? Yes, it's the same thing. It's just being held in a different direction. Okay, so we don't have to do that again. Okay, once we have it drawn like this, we don't have to draw it going the other way. Okay, so we have 1 times 16. What else can we do? Well, we could do 2 by 8. Okay, that also equals 16. Is there anything else that equals 16 as an array? Yes, we could put together a 4 by 4 array. It's actually a perfect square. Okay, so in this case, for 16, we found even more factors. We've got 1, 16, 2, 8, and then we have 4. Okay, so we can list these. For 16, we can list them as 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and then 4 times 4. And those would be our factors for 16. So if you're not going to use arrays, because eventually you don't want to be drawing everything, we can just list them. And we can go through our numbers to double check to make sure that we have them all. So, for example, let's do a larger number. That might take more time if we draw out all the arrays. So let's go ahead and do, let's do 30. Okay, so what we do is we start with 1, and I like to go in order to keep it organized. We go 1 times 30. Okay, now let's try 2. Anything times 2 equal 30? Yep, 2 times 15. Okay, what about 3? 3 times 10. What about 4? Anything times 4 equal 30? No. So we cross that out. What about 5? Yep, we can do 5 times 6. Okay, now our next number is 6, but we've already used a 6. So we like to write the word flip down here, because what happens if we keep going, we would do 6 times 5, then we wouldn't be able to do 7, 8, or 9. We'd be able to do 10, but it would be 10 times 3. It would be these same sets of factors, just flipped the opposite way. So we just say flip. Another time that you will write flip is when you get a number that multiplies by itself, like 4 times 4. At that point, you stop. You don't have to look for factors anymore. Okay, so for 30, it has all these factors: 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Okay, and one more time. Let's say that we're doing 18. We're going to start with 1. 1 times 18. Those are always factors. Those are given. 2 times anything? Yep. 2 times 9. 3 times anything? Yep. 3 times 6. 4? No. 5? Nope. Now we get to 6. Well, we've already used the 6. So we can just write flip. And then we are done. So what are the factors of 18? We have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. And if you want to write them in order, that's the way they're always going to go. It's going to go down, it's going to go up. It's going to go down, it's going to go up, because you're writing them in order.